Have you ever wondered why your legs feel weaker lately? Even though you're eating right, staying active, and doing everything you're supposed to do. Why do stairs suddenly feel like climbing a mountain? Why does it take longer to stand up from a chair than it used to? Sure, age plays a role. But what if something else, something subtle, is working against you? This might surprise you, but sometimes the problem isn't what you're not doing. It's something you're already doing, every day, with full confidence that you're making the right choice. Because let's be honest, we've all been told our whole lives that fruit is healthy, that it's natural, that it's good for us. But here's the truth no one seems to talk about. Not all fruits are good for people over 60. In fact, there are certain fruits that many of us eat on a regular basis. Fruits that are praised for their health benefits, that could actually be causing more harm than good. They may be weakening your legs, inflaming your joints, causing discomfort in your knees, and making walking harder over time. Yes, even fruits. You see, as we age, our bodies shift. Metabolism slows, circulation weakens. Foods we once handled well can now start working against us, especially certain fruits. Despite their sweet taste and innocent appearance, they can contain acids, sugars, and compounds that upset blood sugar, stir up inflammation, and quietly sap your strength. Even worse, the damage is gradual, invisible. You don't notice it right away, until one day, bam, you feel that dull pain in your calves, or your thighs ache after a short walk, or your knees feel stiff and heavy after just standing up. Today, I'm going to walk you through the top 7 fruits people over 60 should avoid, especially if you want to protect your legs, reduce joint pain, and keep your balance and strength intact. These aren't exotic or rare fruits. They're likely sitting in your kitchen right now. But once you know what they really do to your body, you'll never look at your fruit bowl the same again. So if you care about your strength, your movement, and your long-term mobility, stick with me. This might be exactly the wake-up call your body's been waiting for. But first, real quick, if health is a priority for you, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We go beyond the surface here and dive into the stuff no one else is talking about. And while you're watching, let me know in the comments, does this video resonate with you? Type 1 if it does, 0 if it doesn't. You'd be surprised how much your voice matters. All right, let's get into it. Fruit number 1, pineapple. Let's start with a fruit that's often praised for its anti-inflammatory benefits. Pineapple. Juicy. Tropical. Delicious. Pineapple contains a powerful enzyme called bromelain, which is known to reduce inflammation. So it should be good for seniors, right? Not quite. Here's the twist. For many people over 60, pineapple may actually be making things worse. Why? Because pineapple is loaded with natural sugars and strong acids. And while those sugars may be fine for a younger person, for seniors, they can spike blood sugar levels fast. As we age, our blood vessels become more fragile. They don't bounce back from sugar spikes like they used to. That means when you eat pineapple, the sugars rush into your bloodstream, damaging tiny blood vessels that supply oxygen to your legs and feet. Over time, this reduces circulation, and your legs feel heavier, more fatigued, more painful. You know that dull, dragging ache after a short walk? That swelling in your ankles after just standing around? Pineapple might be contributing. And that acid. If you already suffer from arthritis or inflammation, pineapple's acidity can aggravate those sore spots. Your knees, hips, ankles, turning mild discomfort into burning stiffness. Plus, bromelain, while helpful for some, can interact with medications like blood thinners, which many seniors take. This can make the medication either too strong or not strong enough. The scariest part? Pineapple doesn't cause instant symptoms. The damage builds slowly over time. You may never connect your leg pain to that bowl of pineapple you've been eating for your health. What can you do? You don't have to cut pineapple out completely, but limit it. Especially if you've been noticing leg pain, swelling, or increased stiffness lately. Fruit number 2, bananas. Next up. Bananas. Soft, sweet, and high in potassium, bananas are often seen as the go-to fruit for athletes, muscle recovery, and cramp prevention. But for seniors, bananas can be deceiving. Why? Because they're packed with fast-digesting carbs and natural sugars. That means a banana gives your body a quick sugar spike, and your insulin has to kick into high gear to bring it down. But again, aging bodies don't regulate insulin as efficiently. This causes blood sugar spikes and crashes, which in turn lead to inflammation and reduced circulation, especially in the legs. You might feel leg heaviness after meals. Your calves might feel tight when you walk, or you may get that dull ache in your thighs when climbing stairs. Bananas also cause fluid retention, especially in seniors with heart conditions. That means stiff joints, puffy ankles, and swollen feet. You think you're eating bananas to support muscle health, but instead they may be quietly weakening your legs. Over time, bananas can contribute to pain, swelling, and reduced mobility. If your legs often feel heavy or your joints feel stiffer than usual, take a look at your banana habit. Fruit number 3, grapes. Now let's move on to something small and innocent looking. Grapes. They're tasty, heart-healthy, full of antioxidants. What's not to love, right? Well, here's the catch. Grapes are high in fructose, a sugar that gets processed directly in your liver. In small doses, that's fine, but eat too many grapes and your liver can't keep up. When that happens, uric acid builds up. And that's a huge problem because uric acid often collects in the joints, especially in the toes, ankles, and knees. The result? Burning, stiffness, swelling, and random joint pain, especially after walking. If you've ever had a sudden sharp pain in your big toe at night, or your calves feel stiff for no reason, fructose might be playing a role. Grapes are easy to overeat. A handful turns into a bowl turns into a few cups, and suddenly, your sugar intake has skyrocketed without you even realizing it. Even worse, grapes contribute to low-level chronic inflammation, which further slows your movement and makes every step more difficult. So if you've been snacking on grapes thinking, they're harmless, take a closer look. They may be gradually chipping away at your flexibility, balance, and comfort. Let's continue down the list. You've seen how pineapple, bananas, and grapes can silently impact leg strength, joint health, and circulation in seniors. Now let's look at a fruit that seems perfectly harmless, maybe even hydrating, but hides a secret that could be putting strain on your lower body. Fruit number 4. Watermelon. Watermelon is the ultimate summertime fruit. It's cool, light, refreshing. Heck, it's basically water in fruit form. Most people think of watermelon as a harmless treat or even a smart way to stay hydrated. But here's the problem. Watermelon has one of the highest glycemic indexes of any fruit. That means it causes your blood sugar to spike fast. And as you now know, sugar spikes are especially damaging for people over 60. Your body's insulin response slows down, and circulation becomes more fragile. After you eat watermelon, your body reacts as if you just ate a spoonful of sugar. Blood, sugar surges, insulin surges, and inflammation sets in. This doesn't just affect your energy. It shows up in your knees, your ankles, your calves. Maybe you felt it. Leg fatigue right after a meal, stiffness that makes short walks uncomfortable, or ankles that swell more than they used to. Even though watermelon is low in calories, it's not low in sugar impact. And because it's juicy and easy to eat, most people overeat it without realizing. One slice turns into 2, then 3. And suddenly, your blood sugar's on a roller coaster. So what you think is keeping you hydrated could actually be drying out your joints, raising inflammation, and making each step feel heavier. If you love watermelon but notice more leg fatigue lately, it might be time to reassess how much you're having. Sometimes even watery fruits come with a price. Fruit number 5. Oranges. Next up, oranges. Bright, tangy, and packed with vitamin C, they've been a breakfast table staple for decades. From juices to slices to smoothies, oranges are everywhere, especially when cold season hits. But here's something most seniors don't realize. Citrus fruits like oranges can be a quiet irritant for aging joints. The citric acid in oranges may seem harmless, but in older adults, particularly those already experiencing arthritis or inflammation, it can make matters worse. That citrus tang can silently aggravate sensitive tissues in your joints. Here's how it plays out. You eat oranges thinking you're boosting your immunity. But later that morning, your knees feel stiffer. Or maybe you've got hip pain after sitting for a bit. Your ankles may feel swollen or sore after only light activity. These aren't random aches. That subtle inflammation from the acid and natural sugar in oranges can contribute to morning stiffness, increased swelling, and slower recovery after movement. What's worse is that orange juice concentrates the sugar and acid, making it even more powerful, and not in a good way. If you're sipping a glass every morning and wondering why your legs don't feel as limber, this might be the reason. Oranges aren't bad across the board, but if you're over 60 and struggling with stiffness or swelling, it's worth dialing them back. Try spacing them out through the week or switching to lower acid fruits that don't fight your joints. Fruit number 6, green apples. Now, let's talk about green apples. Those crisp, slightly sour apples that many people believe are the healthier option because they're less sweet than red apples. They're crunchy, they're refreshing, and they're often seen as a smart snack. But for aging bodies, green apples have two hidden problems: malic acid and natural sugar. Malic acid is what gives green apples their tart flavor, and while it's great for preserving fruit, it can be irritating to the body, especially for older adults whose digestion is more sensitive and whose joint tissues may already be inflamed. Many seniors who regularly snack on green apples don't realize their occasional hip pain, nighttime leg cramps, or tight knees might be connected. That mild burn or tingling in your feet after eating an apple. It's not in your head. Add to that the natural sugars in green apples, yes, even the tart ones, and you get blood sugar instability, which again leads to circulation issues, inflammation, and leg fatigue. One more thing, green apples are often eaten raw and late, maybe as a bedtime snack or something to munch on in the afternoon. But this timing, especially close to sleep, can interfere with your body's overnight healing and circulation. If you notice that walking is becoming slightly more uncomfortable or that your knees feel tight in the morning, green apples could be a contributing factor. Fruit number 7, mango. And finally, let's talk about a fruit that's sweet, tropical, and dangerously tempting: the mango. Mangoes are soft, juicy, and delicious, like nature's candy. For many people, especially in the warmer months, they're a treat they look forward to. But for seniors, mangoes may be one of the worst fruits for leg health and joint pain. Why? Because mangoes are packed with natural sugar, and not just a little bit. A single mango can deliver a powerful sugar punch that sends your blood glucose soaring. If you're young and active, your body can usually handle that sugar surge. But once you pass 60, the story changes. Your insulin doesn't react as quickly. The spike lasts longer, and with it comes inflammation, especially in your knees, hips, and ankles. Have you ever felt burning in your toes, tingling in your feet, or swelling around your ankles in the evening? These are signs your body might be struggling with sugar, and mangoes could be the culprit. Worse yet, mangoes feel light and refreshing, so people often eat more than they should. But your body doesn't respond to how light something tastes. It responds to the chemical impact. And with mangoes, that impact is huge. Over time, mangoes can lead to weakened legs, increased joint pain, and even slower walking speed. So even though they're a natural fruit, they might not be the right choice for aging bodies, especially if circulation or nerve health is already a concern. So, let's recap. You've just heard about 7 fruits that can silently contribute to joint discomfort, circulation issues, and leg weakness for people over 60. And while none of these fruits are bad in general, they can be problematic when your body isn't as resilient as it used to be. But here's the good news: there are fruits that can help. In the final part of this video, we'll talk about which fruits are actually beneficial for seniors. Fruits that reduce inflammation, support circulation, and help keep your legs strong and pain-free. Stick around for that. It's the part most people miss, and it could completely change how you feel after meals, during walks, and even just getting out of bed in the morning. Now that we've uncovered the 7 fruits that may be working against your body after age 60, it's time for some good news. There are fruits that can do the opposite. Instead of spiking your blood sugar, triggering inflammation, or tightening your joints, these fruits work with your body. They support circulation, calm inflammation, and give your legs the strength, balance, and comfort they deserve. Let's go over the top healing fruits you should be eating and why they matter now more than ever. Healing fruit number 1. Berries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. These small fruits are absolute powerhouses. They're low in sugar, high in antioxidants, and loaded with anti-inflammatory compounds that protect your joints and blood vessels. Unlike high glycemic fruits, berries help stabilize your blood sugar rather than spike it. That means fewer insulin crashes, better circulation, and less stiffness in your legs. Here's what makes them especially great for seniors: anthocyanins. These pigments give berries their deep colors and are scientifically shown to reduce muscle, fatigue, fight inflammation, and improve capillary health. Exactly what your legs need as you age. Try adding a small bowl of berries to your breakfast or as an afternoon snack. Not only do they satisfy your sweet tooth, they actively support your legs and energy levels. Healing fruit number 2. Cherries, in moderation. Cherries are another excellent choice, especially for people who struggle with joint issues or conditions, like gout. Why? Because cherries can lower uric acid levels in your bloodstream. And as you've learned, excess uric acid can cause pain, swelling, and stiffness, especially in the knees, ankles, and toes. Cherries are also rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds, helping reduce flare-ups and discomfort in aging joints. The key with cherries is moderation. You don't need a whole bowl. Just a small handful can provide relief and long-term benefits without overloading your sugar intake. Healing fruit number 3. Avocado surprise. Avocado is technically a fruit, and when it comes to joint and leg health, it's one of the best. Avocados are loaded with healthy fats, especially monounsaturated fats that reduce internal inflammation. These fats help cushion your joints, ease stiffness, and keep your body's energy more stable throughout the day. Even better, avocados support blood sugar regulation. They help prevent those rapid insulin spikes and crashes that wear your body out. That means more consistent strength, smoother movement, and less swelling in your lower body. You can add avocado to salads, breakfast bowls, or even smoothies. It's an incredibly versatile fruit that protects and powers your aging joints. Healing fruit number 4. Papaya, soft, tropical, and gentle on the stomach. Papaya is another underappreciated hero for older adults. Why? Because papaya contains papain, a natural enzyme that supports digestion and helps reduce inflammation throughout the body. It's easy to digest, won't spike your blood sugar, and can even ease discomfort in your joints and legs. If you've been experiencing bloating, heaviness after meals, or unexplained stiffness in the morning, papaya might be exactly what your body needs. It's also rich in vitamin C and other antioxidants, perfect for supporting connective tissue and overall mobility. Healing fruit number 5. Pears may not seem flashy, but they're incredibly supportive for seniors, especially when paired with a little protein or fiber. They're naturally sweet but have a lower glycemic load, meaning they won't send your blood sugar soaring. Pears are hydrating, gentle on digestion, and provide steady energy that doesn't crash you hours later. They also contain soluble fiber, which helps regulate cholesterol and blood sugar while improving circulation, a key component of leg and joint health. Have a half pear with a handful of nuts or a slice of cheese, and you've got a powerful joint-friendly snack. The key takeaway, so what's the bottom line? It's not about cutting out all fruit. It's about choosing the right fruits for your age and condition. Fruits that support, not sabotage, your strength, circulation, and flexibility. Because here's the truth. What worked for your body at 30 or 40 may not work at 60, 70, or beyond. That doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It just means your body has changed, and your food choices should evolve with it. The wrong fruits can slowly wear you down. The right fruits can lift you up, helping you walk further, feel steadier, and move through your day with more confidence. A final word, just for you. If you've made it this far, I can tell that you care deeply about your health, your strength, and your future. And I want to leave you with a message that's often overlooked. You still have time. You still have time to heal, time to improve, time to regain strength, mobility, and control over your body. Growing older isn't easy. The creeping joint pain, the swelling, the fear of falling, the frustration of not moving like you used to. It can feel like your body's slipping away. But here's the thing. You are not powerless. You don't need drastic interventions or complicated plans. You just need to make small, intentional changes, one choice at a time, one meal at a time, one fruit at a time. Now that you know which fruits to avoid and which to embrace, you can begin turning things around. Starting today. Eating the right fruits means less stiffness in the morning, stronger, steadier steps, fewer aches when walking, or standing better circulation through your legs, more confidence doing the things you love. That's what we're aiming for. Not fear, not restriction. Just empowered decisions that match where you are in life right now. So here's what I'd drop a comment below. Tell us what fruit surprised you the most today, or which change you're willing to try first. Your voice matters. You're not just helping yourself, you're helping someone else who might be reading and struggling with the same challenges. If this video helped you or opened your eyes in any way, hit the like button so we know you're out there. And if you don't want to miss out on more health tips made specifically for your age group, click subscribe and turn on notifications. And finally, if you made it to the end of this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. That's our little check-in system to see who's with us and who's tuned in. Stay strong, stay aware. And remember, your independence walks on your legs. Let's keep them healthy. Until next time, take care and be well.